Come on. Look at this fine people we have.
Schooner.
Oh my gosh. You know what I'm missing?
What?
I'm totally missing it. I got to go get it.
Uh-oh.
What did he forget?
He forgot his Depends again. I mean, you can't drink that much and not.
Come on, it's a holiday season.
Oh, it's that.
The hat.
Yeah, gotta have the hat. And this is my non-political, apolitical. I don't know. I think I could fit Baby Jesus in this.
Probably.
Merry Christmas, baby Jesus.
Maybe Christmas.
Great again.
Good to see you guys, Chad. So,
dear 6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
6 pound, 8 ounce baby Jesus. But we did. I did pull this interesting story up, and welcome everybody to another Sunday Spice. So this one here is called Santa Claus's Brownies.
Oh, fun. I know about brownies.
Y'all got kicked out of the Cub Scouts for eating a brownie.
Oh, dear.
Well, that was because you're 19.
She was fun.
Oh, dear.
Santa Claus's Brownies. So this is Santa Claus's Brownies by Ethel Calvert Williams with illustrations, and it was written in 1928.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
So almost 100 years ago that this was written.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course, it is got all kinds of copyrights. Rocky Horse Pony, that wanted blue eyes. That's really odd.
Okay.
Really?
And the gay little town of Bo Peep.
Oh dear.
I'm so happy.
I know which story I like.
Oh, I know which story you like too. So
happy.
Oh, dear.
Oh my
so happy.
goodness.
And what I figured is we could do is because these are going to be short stories that we could just alternate between like every 3 or 4 or something like that, and just work our way down. Unless you just really want to read a whole story by yourself.
I'm cool with reading the whole story.
Okay, we'll do a whole story.
I don't know exactly how long.
Dude, I don't care. Dealer's choice.
Yeah, dealership.
All right, well, Let's
Tell
just
me
make
what
it
to
happen.
do, and I'll do it. Like, you know what? I'm in that
Okay,
mood
so
today.
first of all, I need you to take off. Never.
What? Oh,
What? Oh, sorry.
Shiz, do we need to take this somewhere else now? Is that where
Oh,
we're
no.
going?
This is now an 18 and upstream.
It is an 18 and upstream. So those of you that are not 18 and up, you should not be listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, take a hike if you're littles.
The rocking horse pony who wanted blue eyes. Well, it was a bright, cold March morning. Round the four corners of Santa Claus's snow palace on the very tip top of the North Pole, the wind swept blustering and shouting on his way. It was so early in the morning that some of Santa Claus's brownies had not yet finished their household tasks.
oh.
That's right, you little brownie, get to work. I didn't give you that badge for nothing. Little Krusty.
That's an
The
unfortunate
oldest
name.
of the brownies,
I met a few of them.
who was in charge of the reindeer, and who, in spite of a snarled up face, had a very tender heart, was still busy in the stable brushing the brown coats of the 8 tiny reindeer and making them glossy and neat for the day. Down in the kitchen, Sweet Tooth, chief of the candy cooks, was showing his tidy little band. I thought it said band of diapers, but it says band of helpers, each in a white apron and cap, how to make very black licorice drops. Like, is there a difference between black and very black?
Interesting.
Yo, see, there's black and then there's very black.
Ah,
Yes.
look at those little brownies.
Oh,
They're
I
cute.
bet if you throw them in the oven, cook them up, you can just pop them right in your mouth.
a little crunchy.
Well, there's crusty. You don't want to eat
That's
crusty.
Cajun.
Oh, wait a
It's
minute.
Cajun.
Black
Those
and
ones ain't jelly beans. Don't be following the rabbits and picking them up.
Yeah, or goats.
No,
They're everywhere.
Sure we wanted it.
That's a good question. Do we need to know why he's called Little Krusty?
Yeah, that is a question. I mean,
He has a
doesn't
lot of
bathe.
ideas.
He doesn't bathe.
He doesn't bathe.
doesn't bathe.
Or maybe
Change
he
your
just,
shorts, boy.
maybe they just had a few mini group activities and he didn't take a shower after. I mean,
Who knows what those damn brownies do, man?
I mean, there's a lot of them, right? So,
He leaves his
Anyway.
mark.
okay,
Okay.
we'll continue.
Or maybe Daddy thought he pulled out far enough. Huh?
Oh, God.
And they were just kind of surprised.
Surprise.
Quite make it, did you?
Gotta be more careful.
Now that March is here, now that March is here, some brownie is sure to catch a spring cold, and Sweet Tooth measuring and mixing with all his might. And there's nothing better than nice licorice drops for a spring cold in the spring. Out in front of the palace stood Nimble Toes.
Did you say nipple?
No, Nimble.
Nimble.
Oh, it's better than
nibble.
numbskull.
Nibble.
Nibble
Nibble them
toes.
toes.
Whoa.
Nibble them
Reminds me of
toes.
those little Santa hats.
He's got a little king.
I'm getting all nibbly up in here thinking about those little Santa hats I want to put on there.
They guys look pretty nice and tasty.
Stay all warm and toasty.
That's okay. I think those little Santa hats need to be washed. Sweeping off the steps with great strokes of his broom. Nipple Toes, who could run as fast and jump as high as any brownie who ever lived, was late with his work this morning because he had been running and playing in the wind. And that's a likely excuse.
Yeah.
He said, I could run for miles and miles this morning, said Nipple Toes with the last jump, but I suppose I must finish my work. Here it goes. And Nipple Toes made his arms fly around like the sails of a windmill as he swept the steps with great wide flourishes of his broom.
Let me say my wand. In Georgia.
All the other brownies, they were hard at work in Santa Claus's little workroom making Christmas toys. Slave labor! Although December and Christmas seemed far away, when you stop to think how many toys Santa Claus must have ready on Christmas Eve, you will see why the brownies were kept busy all year long. They had the yokes around their collars, the ankle chains, and they were like, you got to get to work. We got to make some stuff.
It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Okay. Continue.
Right. Kind Heart was fitting in a blue flannel jacket on a tiny baby doll. Silver Tongue was finishing off a great white fur.
Silver Tongue was finishing off a great white furry rabbit, if you know what I mean.
With gleaming ruby eyes and the cunningest little bobtail in the world.
Shake that bobtail.
Now Mischief was painting a gay yellow sled.
Yes, he was, Queen.
Now Fleetwood, he was whittling the sticks of a drum. Sure he was. Santa Claus was fitting out a little boy's toolbox.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Santa.
Words.
And very great pains
Phrasing.
he took with it too.
Oh dear.
Santa.
Over in the corner sat Mary Thought. He's the very best toy maker of them all, because he makes the toys for all the ladies. And besides him stood Sharp Eyes. He was the little errand boy because he hadn't been blinded yet. He picked up.
Ouch, my eyeball!
Well, he was picking up pins and he threaded needles and found lost scissors for all the other brownies.
Okay.
But for the past week, as a special treat, Sharp Eyes had been working upon a toy too. Oh, he'd been working it hard. Mary Thought had showed him how to make a rocking horse. And now the little gay prancing steed stood before them, finished off. Except for the leather bridle. Yamaha. And Sharp Eyes was trying to fit in that pony's mouth.
Oh dear. Oh my.
Oh, we got a ball gag for the pony now.
Just go in there.
Giddy
go
up,
in there.
baby. Giddy up.
Sometimes you have to force it.
Don't make me get out my riding crop and get it forced in there.
Who's been a bad pony?
The pony likes it a little rough.
Well, you got to understand, he was a little brown pony with a long brown tail and a wavy brown mane. His mouth was bright red because he wore a lot of makeup. He was a gay pony. He wore a yellow saddle. It was furnished by neat little straps. Just, why is he wearing
Held his little legs
leather?
down.
And his
Little
head
arms
there
down.
sparkled two dark brown eyes. Quite the prettiest brown eyes, Sharp Eyes thought. Pony, you've got such brown eyes. That little pony had ever worn brown eyes before, but he had them. But in spite of this, there was something about those pretty brown eyes that did not please the rocking horse pony. How would you know unless you could see him? And this is the way he showed his feelings about it. Ooh. The first thing that morning, when Mary Thought and Sharp Eyes went to work on the rocking horse pony.
You better work.
Gotta whip it into shape.
Twist and pull.
Sharp Eyes said, I think I will give my pony brown eyes, Mary Thought, because they will match his brown coat so well. I'm going to give him the brown
They
eyes.
really do love those
Three of
brown
them.
eyes, don't they?
So into the little pony's head went the dark brown eyes. Hold on just a second.
just-
Be careful where you put your brown eye.
Nicer.
What's up, Kaiser?
Welcome, guys.
Kaiser.
Kill me.
Oh, that good, huh?
That sounds wonderful.
Oh,
What a way to start off.
yeah. So I actually had everything. I was actually here in the studio, ready to go, like well before time, and then a whole bunch of like crap happened, like all at once, and I'm like,
Of course.
Well,
Okay,
that's
well-
why you don't take X-Lax before the stream.
no,
Bad idea.
no. Some of you may saw that I did my first like video game stream on Streamlabs earlier this
Yeah.
week, and I was looking
Yeah.
forward to doing more this week.
Everybody. Oh my God.
Unfortunately,
This right here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
unfortunately, my joystick started having issues. Like I couldn't.
I'll bet it did.
Hey,
Like,
you
it-
said
like,
it.
buttons would
You
work.
said it.
You said
What
it.
I
kind
really
of
wish to
issues
God I
were we
could find
having?
a better word for that. But
Mhm.
anyway, it started
Describe it
having
in detail.
the button started not connecting and suddenly started losing
They were
connection. I'm
sticky.
like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why is this happening? This is brand freaking new. Come to find out that somehow there was a defect and the cable had a split in it, and now the cable's basically junk, and now I've got a second one just like I had the original that's also now bricked, so I've got to get that repaired. Thankfully, I've got a guy who might be able to splice the old cable from the old one out onto the new one and make it work. So I'm hoping that's the case. But like, oh, that happened like right before I got on here, and as if that wasn't bad enough, while spooling up the cable, the connector flung around and hit my monitor and cracked it.
Oh, dude.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
So everybody.
This all happened.
Well, let's
Dirty
get your
old
mind
man-
off of it then.
This is
Yeah.
Dirty Old Man Garage. I want to see some people sub up to this Dirty Old Man Garage.
I think I subbed up
Like-
earlier in the week. Was when
Yes.
you- yeah.
Uh,
Very cool.
Whenever I posted it up there. So
Yeah.
Dirty Old Man Garage, if you haven't seen Dirty Old Man Garage is going to bring you some really dirty old man stuff. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry
Sounds
to
like my
trauma
kind of
dump in the
guy.
stream.
No, you're good, dude.
No,
Good.
no.
I mean-
That you just
I mean-
said it at the right time. So and I will tell you, Dirty Old Man Garage is a good friend of mine. Don't you dare give him a hard time. He's going to be in here. He's going to be talking shit the whole time. Just saying. He'll be talking it. He'll be talking garbage. So if he talks
Bring
garbage
it.
to you, you will take it.
Oh.
Because he's a
Oh.
dirty old man. You just
Yes,
gotta
a
take
dirty
care of
old
dirty
man.
old man.
You have no idea the stuff I have on this
Well-
guy. I
Well,
mean-
you're on the right channel then.
Yep. Take it.
So, did you want to take over there, Volstorm?
Take it, Volstorm.
Where the hell am I at?
You're at this. You're at this.
Something about a
First
brown
time
eye.
that the pony had been able to see.
So,
Oh no.
into the little pony's head went the dark brown eyes. This was the first time the pony had been able to see, you know. And Sharp Eyes and Merry Thought both laughed to watch him stare in pleasure and astonishment round the workroom already filled with toys. I'm trying to imagine what type of toys they have in there.
Pleasure and astonishment.
Some are girthy, some
His eyeballs
buzz,
were bugging out.
some light up like ground effects on a car. You know.
And we don't need any of these with those like 10 different modes either. I mean, those are probably there, but we don't like those toys.
Well, it depends
just
on
like
the
to-
intensity.
Yeah.
Just like it to go to 11. Just
Look.
get the job done.
That's
Take it to
it.
11.
Where's the rail mode? Just rail through. Yeah.
The rail mode?
Oh my god!
Wow.
Forget 11. She wants 20.
Getting yourself railed. There you go.
Hey,
Give it to you.
there are look. Just saying.
Maybe
As a
we should
woman,
take a
there are
break.
days. Guys have those days too. Women have those days too. So yeah, we need a rail mode. There you go.
Ooh, they're running a train in that toy shop.
Look, it's the train mode. Okay.
No wonder his little eyeballs are bugging out. He's all surprised and everything.
He's all surprised.
Come on over here, baby. I'll give you a good railing.
Okay.
board.
Okay. The little rocking horse pony looked at Santa Claus with fear in his eyes. He looked at the brownies, he looked at the toys, and wanted to run away. Then slowly and taking plenty of time, the rocking horse pony began to rock himself all around the room and assume the fetal position.
I was gonna say, no, man, he's just like, man, this is too much fun.
Man, I can't be doing this, man.
I gotta get all of them little brownies.
Look at all them little brownies.
It was at this moment that he wished that he had stayed on the island of misfit toys.
They talk about trains and shit.
Oh my God, what did I get sucked into here? This wasn't a rescue.
I'm joining the cult of brownies. I'm getting passed around the room.
Oh dear. He stopped before the woolly lambs and stared earnestly to their mild brown eyes. Disgusting. He rocked round to the furry rabbits and gazed at their eyes of ruby red because they've been bloodshot by playing with the brownies. Just saying.
Pink eye.
Oh dear.
He studied the pussy cats and the toy dogs and the tigers and the elephants, the teddy bears with their eyes of yellow and brown and black. But when he reached the corner where Kindheart was at work upon his baby dolls, he started to shiver. Each one with eyes of beautiful bright blue. Then the rocking horse pony stood still before them and quite refused to move.
Give me their eyes. Give me their eyes.
I want their eyes.
I want their eyes.
Those are the eyes I want.
He shook himself impatiently. When Sharp Eyes called him... No. Here, let me reread it. He shook himself impatiently when Sharp Eyes called him to come.
Trying.
I think I can. When he did not turn his head, when Mary Thought snapped his fingers and said, "Here, pony, here sit, come."
Your pony. Yeah.
Okay, seriously.
Come.
Shizzy, do you not have the Trump clip?
Which one?
I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
We have Anakin. He not only stood still before the dolls, but he looked and he looked at their lively blue eyes. And the next moment, with a wink and a blink, the pony's own brown eyes flew out of his head and landed on the floor.
Jesus.
The
My own eyes out.
The damn pony must have taken some LSD, which is what the vanilla pudding pops are.
That's awesome.
Oh, pass.
Good gracious, exclaimed Mary Thought. Put them in again, Sharp Eyes, as fast as you can. Put it in again. And again. And again.
Oh,
Into the little pony's head went the dark brown eyes again. But would you believe it? In less than no time, the brown eyes lay upon the floor once more. and the pony's red mouth wore a satisfied smile that seemed to say, "Now see, I've done it again." "I don't like this," said Merry Thought, shaking his head. "I never knew eyes to fall out of a pony's head before."
That is a little traumatizing.
Perhaps
Can we
I
talk
did not
about
put
that?
them in the right way.
Answered Sharp Eyes, looking troubled.
This is the first toy I've ever made. Watch me, Merry Thought, and see that I do it well.
Use a safe word.
God damn it.
Use a safe word.
Merry Thought and Sharp Eyes both worked away until it seemed as if the brown eyes would never come out again. But
They packed it good.
in less than this is where the two brownies should have offered him a pudding pop. It's easier to put it in after that.
Baby oil too. Yeah.
But in less than 10 minutes, not only were the eyes out of the pony's head, but they were lost as well. Sharp Eyes searched for half an hour before he found them, and where do you think they were?
Oh my God.
You would
I don't wanna know.
never
I wanna know.
guess. One of them was tucked into the corner of a doll carriage under a pink and white wool cover. That was strange enough. But the other eye was stuffed into the wide open red mouth of a poor little trumpeting elephant
What are we reading?
who was so surprised that his thin gray tail stood straight out with excitement and fright.
Well, when you got your lips wrapped around a brown eye, you gotta ask yourself,
Excitement and fright.
you want syrup or jelly?
Why my lips on that brown eye? I don't understand. I'm trumpeting as hard as I can. It keeps winking at me.
Oh, Jill.
It's like a bird trombone. It just doesn't
Jill,
work.
it matters not if it's a children's story.
No, it doesn't matter.
We find a way to pervert it.
Just screw it up. Yeah.
No story is safe in our hands.
Never.
Think of your most treasured nursery rhymes,
Yeah.
and then let us read it. See what happens.
Yeah.
This was stranger and stranger still. It almost seemed as if the pony had taken them on purpose himself, though no one could imagine how he had done such a thing. There are ideas. A lively little toy monkey who had been watching the pony might have told something about it if he had wished, but he didn't say a damn word because he's not a snitch.
That monkey needs to be spanked.
Snitches get stitches.
That monkey
Because
needs
he
to be spanked.
knows the monkey that snitches gets the stitches.
Prison rules in that toy room.
That's
All right,
right.
straight up.
Right?
Spank the little monkey. Such a bad monkey.
Bad monkey.
Shizzy, please turn the page.
Oh my God.
Hand check.
I'm not showing you my hands.
I mean, you're just gonna take the word for it, bro.
I didn't say show them to me. I was just wondering where they were.
Well, usually whenever somebody yells hand check, they're usually talking to me, and it's stupid.
No, it's not. It's never
What?
stupid.
That's only because you've been hanging out at Hooters.
No.
Don't you fucking
He
be
never
smart.
made it to
Shit.
Hooters. We've established
God
this.
damn it!
Oh,
Well, hey, I
no.
was trying to be gracious here.
I wouldn't have said anything if he hadn't mentioned it.
Oh, did he leave?
He did. He's
wrong?
like, screw you.
Oh,
MFer, I'm tired of this.
Did you
Done.
chase off our buddy?
I was
Yeah.
just giving him a hard
Damn it,
time.
Shizzy.
He'll be back. I think he pulled
I
the
thought he
plug.
liked it hard. What's going on?
Some people think. I don't know.
What ails my pony, Marathon?
Ask Sharp Eyes.
I never knew toys acted this way. Do you think perhaps he doesn't like his brown eyes?
Why wouldn't he like its brown eyes? Replied
So
Mary Thought.
dirty.
He is simply full of fun and likes a joke. But we must put these eyes in to stay. Let us go and look for some of Mr. Mendham's glue. He may have left a little when he was here a year or so ago. There's no glue in the world like Mr. Mendham's.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's in my face!
I'm beginning to see where Krusty came from.
Uh-huh. Now you're catching. Now you're catching.
Yeah.
I know where Krusty came from.
Mr. Mendham is a very fine toy tinker, isn't he? I believe he can mend any broken toy. Do you remember the Christmas time he and Mrs. Mendham came here to help Santa Claus make the toys?
Of course I do. Answered Mary Thought, smiling at the question. He came here to help because we brownies were all ill in bed from eating too many of Sweet Tooth's rich caramel creams. They were so delicious.
From the brown eye. Yeah.
Does he live far from here? I've never seen his house.
Not so far, was Mary Thought's reply. Straight down past the Eskimo village and then onto the little wood of evergreen trees. His house stands there with a sign over the door. Now let's try to find a bit of Mr. Mendham's glue.
It's in my eye.
Neither Sharp Eyes nor Mary Thought glanced at the pony. If they had, they would have seen in a moment that he had listened to every damn word they had said. At the words toy tinker, the pony's tail had begun to swish. When Mary Thought had told where Mr. Mendham lived, the pony's ears had twitched to and fro. And no sooner did the pony have a moment to himself than over to the window and then to the wall. He rocked and tried to push it open with his little red nose. He knew his way about without any eyes, I don't know. And once he had opened the window, did he mean to jump out?
Why is he jumping out the window?
That's a very
kind of-
good question.
Because he's trapped in here.
All right, puff, puff,
Got to get
pass.
out.
Send it all
Maybe
to
the smell
to Young
from all the brown eyes and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
All right. Nobody could tell, for Brownie Kindheart felt the cold air on his doll babies and closed the window. Is that what we're calling it?
Quote unquote.
Quote unquote. And just then back came Mary Thought and Sharp Eyes with a pot of Mr. Mendham's glue. Neatly
Wow.
hot.
That was quick.
That's impressive.
For a full
They're
pot.
quick, man.
That's a
Mary
little
Thought and Sharp
prostate work.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Mr. Mendham must be part horse.
Neat and firmly the brown eyes were glued in, this time to stay, though the naughty little pony rocked and pranced to show that he did not like it at all. He did not use the safe word.
Not when you're shoving glue into him.
The safe word is very important. But Sharp,
Scooter!
No, that's the get to going
That's
word.
the
huh?
get going word.
I figured the safe word was pineapple juice. But Sharp Eyes was pleased. I can't remember who's who now.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
He's a beautiful pony. I'll put on his new bridle and then he'll be finished and I could just ride him.
Take you for a little ride.
But the rocking horse pony did not want to wear his bridle. He shut his mouth tight and tossed his head. He rocked himself to and fro with a thump and a bump. It was plain to be seen that the rocking horse pony did not wish to wear a bridle. And with a sudden toss and jerk of his head, he managed to break the bridle quite in two. "Oh!" exclaimed Sharp Eyes, unexpectedly tumbling backward and sitting down hard on the floor. "What shall we do?"
He's a brat.
He's a bad pony.
He's a brat. All you gotta do
Oh
is
my
just
God.
put your foot down, you know.
Anthony better have the storeroom.
Answered Mary Thought, helping his friend to his feet.
Come along, and I will show you where they are. I'll show you where lots of things are.
Now everyone in the workroom was busy as could be. No one saw that Sharp Eyes and Mary Thought had left the room, much less did they notice the rocking horse pony, who had now rocked quietly over to the door, moved out into the hall, and started down the stairs with a thump, thump, thump. Just as softly as he could manage, you may be sure.
Oh, be so sure. Be so sure.
All right, Yamaha.
Okay. The first one to spy the rocking horse pony was Nimbletoes, still busy at sweeping the palace front steps. Down the steps behind Nimbletoes, back bumped the pony.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're just in my way. And then off he started over the snow. So wait a minute, what? Yeah, started off over the snow at a rocking, galloping canter that surprised even himself. It carried him over the ground at such a pace. In the meantime, Nimbletoes stood staring. He couldn't believe his eyes. For a whole half-minute he stood there, leaning on his broom, his eyes and his mouth wide open. Then Nimbletoes gave a great leap into the air. "Hi there," he shouted up at the workroom windows. "Hi there, Sharp Eyes. Mary Thought. Your pony has run away. Brownies! Brownies! Oh, come! Come!" He's all kinds of excited out there. At this loud shouting, all the Brownies, and Santa Claus too, rushed to the workroom windows and looked out. Up from the kitchen scampered Sweet Tooth, leaving the very black licorice drops to his band of little cooks. Out of the stable hurried little Krusty, his scarlet cap tipped over one ear and the reindeer's hairbrush clutched in his hand. "I was just brushing him, I swear." They all saw a strange sight. The rocking horse pony rocking swiftly away over the snow, and after him Brownie Nimbletoes, using his broom as a staff, taking great flying leaps and bounds, the wind lifting him off his feet time and time again. "Oh, my pony! Oh, my pony!" called Sharp Eyes, running toward the door. "Oh, Mary Thought! Oh, Brownies! Help me do." God, this is so weird.
That is strange.
Yes. At this, all the Brownies trooped after him down the stairs and out the front door and over the snow while Santa Claus stood on the steps, laughing and waving on them on. Catch him, Brownies. Catch him, called Santa Claus. Oh, what a race. Oh, I'm getting all excited up in here. I want to know. A race it was, where the rocking horse pony seemed fairly to skim over the ground, and behind him, blown by the wind and carried by their swift own little feet, came the Brownies, every one, for Sweet Tooth and Krusty had joined them, and were running quite as fast as anyone else. The rocking horse pony seemed to know where he wanted to go. On and on he rocked, over the ice and snow. Now he came to a group of low round huts made of snow, where the Eskimos lived. Fathers and mothers and little boy and little girl Eskimos, too. Smoke was pouring from the hole in the top of each hut.
Amen.
Yeah.
Dude, look at all these weird little toys running around. Oh, my God.
Dude, look at that one, man.
It's so loud, man. Yeah.
And the smoke, wait a minute, and this smoke wind, and this smoke, the wind, okay, whatever, caught and gaily blew hither and yon. Hiss, 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 hiss. Oh, the little, oh no, that's the pink rattlesnake, never mind. The little Eskimo boys and girls, bundled in fur, ran out of the huts, their long-haired dogs barking at their heels, and they all, children and dogs, stared in amazement at the galloping, rocking horse pony who was followed so closely by the gay band of Brownies, laughing and shouting and waving their little flags and screaming in their arms as they sped by.
Wade.
Now came the evergreen trees, tall and thick and green and bulbous and the rocking horse pony and the Brownies found themselves racing through a dense little wood.
Don't race through the wood, people.
Yes.
Take your
a
time
little
with
wood.
it.
I
Take your time
know,
with the wood.
I know where he's going, shouted Nimbletoes, who, with Brownie Fleetfoot, was running well in the lead. I believe he's going to find my Hermione. To Mr. Mendleton's house. The news was passed down the line until the last one in the procession, as playing telephone always does, confused the little old Krusty, and he heard the tidings. But it wasn't what he thought it said. He is going to Mr. Mendel's, we believe. Soon the Brownies set up another shout. I don't know who the hell this is. There is Mr. Mendham's house. We are right. Sharp-Eyed Pony is going. This is such a fucked up story. What the fuck was this woman drink? Okay.
It's so strange.
She was on some
The
weird
year
shit.
was 1928.
I know.
1928. The world was different back then.
Well, and
Yes.
taking the stuff out of the yard and eating it, you don't quite know what it is just yet.
No, it's okay.
The Depression had set in, and I had to make money.
I thought these mushrooms were okay at first.
They tasted so good going down.
Between two tall trees before them, there stood a little house. A little white house with a bright red chimney, green window boxes, and a green front door. Over the door hung a sign, Mr. Mendham, Toy Tinkerer, and I've Got Candy.
See, that's how you get people in the van is candy.
I was going to say.
It's because he bought
And-
the witch's house from Hansel and
That's
Gretel.
what it was.
He painted it
Nowhere
white
in
and said,
sight
it's not
was the
really
one that
candy.
was
It's not
there.
really candy.
Not candy. I promise.
Kaiser. Hi.
Guys,
Hey, there he is.
He's back.
Hey.
the Brownies saw the rocking horse pony take the knocker on the green front door in his mouth and rap smartly.
He took it in his mouth. Oh, God.
He's gonna put it in his mouth and work that handle. Work it. Rap it. Tap that thing. And he goes smack it and flip it and turn it on.
What's
There
it called?
was
Horsepower.
No answer. So the rocking horse pony gently pushed the door open and rocked inside. The door shut behind him
Ooh.
with a thump. Now, out behind the house, busily hanging up a basket full of clothes, were Mr. and Mrs. Mendham. They spied the Brownies. They came running forward, and when they heard about the rocking horse pony, they crept into the house on tiptoe,
Party
followed by the
time.
Brownies, to see what the pony was doing now. To their surprise, he was taking advantage of Mrs. Mendham's Barbie doll.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, it's
oh dear.
it is a strange little party.
Wow.
Who the
There-
hell wrote this?
I know, right?
When in
We might as well just make
1928.
up all kinds of shit now.
They
There he
edited out the
was.
part about the upside down pineapple on the front door.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, this is sounding less and less like a children's story and more like a friggin' private party at Harvey Weinstein's.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
it's true, but God.
There he
I'm
was
just
in
calling it
Miss-
out.
There he was in Mr. Mendham's workroom, rocking around and around, looking for something with all his might and main. He looked high. He looked low. He even looked in the corners and on the floor. But at last he gave up the search and stood still in the middle of the room. And the Brownies and Mr. and Mrs. Mendham saw that the tears were rolling down his little brown face. He looked as if his heart was broken. What was the matter with the rocking horse pony?
His plug fell out.
You can,
clearly.
his pocket rocket took off.
He was so
It's
anxious
so
to get
empty
there.
inside now.
I'll let Diva continue
Oh,
on.
okay. Okay.
the last time I do this at taco night. I almost put someone's eye out.
Did anybody see it on the ground anywhere?
It's hard to miss. It's gold and has a giant jewel on it. I got it as a door prize at Rip Taylor's house.
Oh, God.
I'm getting ready
Wait,
to
I
start
think I
reading.
found it.
Y'all messed me up.
It's sticky. Ew.
Yeah. Okay. I know that Mr. Mendham keeps his eyes in that basket over there. Said a black and white dog with bright red tongue. Oh, but as you can see, he hasn't a blue eye left. Not one.
I think that's my favorite voice now. Oh,
It's a little
Last
roar.
blue eyes in my head. Said a big white furry kitten who had a golden bell tied about his neck. For my part, I
Meow.
don't like blue eyes. I prefer green. They shine so well in the dark. If Mr. Mendham would give me green eyes, you may have my blue.
You can take it.
To this kind offer, all the toys began to call out, "Oh, Mr. Mendham! Mr. Mendham!" So Mr. Mendham and the Brownies trooped into the room.
Well, why didn't you tell me you wanted blue eyes?
Asked Sharp Eyes as he wiped the tears from the little pony's face.
Of course you shall have them if Mr. Mendham is willing to make the change.
This is sounding like like an advertisement for plastic surgery, yeah.
It is.
Mr.
Gouge your
Mendham is
eyes
sounding a
out
little
and
bit more
replace them.
like another doctor with the first name that sounds a little bit like Men something.
Mentally?
I wasn't going to say it, Shizzy, but as long as the cat's out of the bag. Yahtzee, I win.
Always look into the eyes.
Well, certainly, agreed Mr. Mendham, who was a kind-hearted man.
Green eyes have always looked well on my cat, and there's no reason why this pony shouldn't have blue eyes. Though I will say, I've never given them to a rocking horse before.
I bet he did.
The blue eyes are so beautiful.
Just like college, there's a first time for everything.
You always got to try it once and twice if you like it.
3 times if you don't.
Right.
Just make sure you don't like it.
I don't even know what voice now.
I have some horrible joke queued up in my brain, but I'm like, yeah, even I'm not sure if that's appropriate.
Oh, come on. No, now I'm curious.
Twice, 3 times a lady.
Have you met Shizzy? Come on.
I once actually had a friend who had blue eyes. She was an astronaut. You know, Krista McAuliffe. One blew this way, one blew that way.
That was pretty good, actually.
That was pretty good.
It was. Okay.
I'm sorry,
Right
the
before
internet.
she asked, "What does this button do?"
These blue eyes are so beautiful, murmured the rocking horse pony. I couldn't bear to think of starting out next Christmas Eve with brown eyes in my head. So, Mr. Mendham made the change in a twinkling. The white cat was more than satisfied with his new green eyes. Well, there have sparkle and gleam, he purred, with a proud wave of his tail. Blue eyes are too girlish for me. And the rocking horse pony was happier than words can tell. He smiled, he rocked, he bumped about in a very ecstasy of joy.
Yay!
I like them all brown and manly.
I feel so pretty.
When the time came, he rocked home with sharp eyes on his back in a very whirl of pleasure.
We got some broke-back bareback going on here.
Hey.
Blue eyes, blue eyes, he sang to himself as he bumped over the snow. When Sharp Eyes showed the pony to Santa Claus and told him what had happened, Santa Claus laughed and rubbed the rocking horse pony upon his soft brown nose.
And he
Why was he
grew, and
rubbing
he
the pony on his?
grew, and he grew.
Why was Santa Claus rubbing the pony on Santa Claus's nose? I wonder.
I know a little boy who likes blue eyes the very best of all,
said Santa Claus.
and you shall go to live with him next Christmas if you wish.
Mrs. Claus, did something happen? Your voice changed.
It got really deep.
It got deep.
Come sit on Santa's nose.
And when he heard this, the rocking horse pony was so happy he thought his heart would burst with joy. So, if next Christmas you meet a little boy who has a rocking horse pony with bright blue eyes,
That pony's seen some shit.
that pony has been through some shit. He's got stories. You may know that the pony was made by Brownie Sharp Eyes and that he came down on Christmas Eve in Santa Claus's sleigh straight from the snow palace on the very tip top of the North Pole.
Pony's like, that Brian didn't make shit. I did that myself. Give him credit. Shit.
So eye color is a deal breaker.
On
I guess
toy
for this
stores
little boy.
this Christmas, Trauma Pony by Tycho. Get yours today.
He has blue eyes and just rocks back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Slowly trickling tear not included.
don't like the brown eyes. I don't like the brown eyes. I don't like the brown eyes.
So what should we do with the rest of these blue eyes? Oh, just put them on the blonde horses, yeah?
That old town. Oh my god.
What? Why does everybody get all upset about that? Twice we made a little mistake, but we got it better, and now we're part of NATO.
Are you
love how-
sure it's a tear? Yeah.
I love how Shizzy was like, well, it's a bunch of short stories, so we may have to cut it off short. Dude, it took us an hour to get through that.
Yeah.
It did, didn't it? That's awesome.
Oh, that was so bizarre.
The following has been closed caption for the reality impaired.
And there's your disclaimer.
So am I picking up now?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
I love little gay sheep, I guess.
Oh.
Oh, we're getting into Scotland now, are we?
The gay little town of Bo Peep. Santa Claus stood on the front steps of Snow Palace at the very tip top of the North Pole. Slowly, very slowly, the great door behind him swung open and out rushed the Brownies, pulling on their scarlet caps, fastening their mittens and laughing and shouting and calling as they all came and came and came.
Well, they had to straighten up afterwards.
Oh
Oh my God! I hear it.
It snowed everywhere.
Or at least they got their reservoir tip.
And now
It was
we
the
know
spooky
why
ghost.
why it's the White Palace. So, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, shouted the Brownies.
Hercules, Hercules. I can hear.
Yay! Here we come, Santa Claus. Here we all come. And Santa!
They have so much energy.
What is this? Asked Santa Claus in surprise, his eyes twinkling with fun. Why aren't you hard at work upstairs making toys? Come on.
Back in the kitchen, bitch.
It's like,
Get
why'd you
your
break
ass
free
back
of your
in there.
chains? Come.
You know what's going to happen if you don't get back in that kitchen, woman? Shit.
Oh God.
Who said you could?
And where the hell is Qualis at?
And Santa Claus laughed in spite of himself to see his Brownies turning somersaults in the soft snow. We know that's not snow, Santa.
It's definitely not.
Oh, Santa
Like-
Claus!
That ain't snow.
I like doing
want
snow angels
holiday.
naked.
Some of that Columbia booger sugar is what they got.
Yeah, my friends, man, they get a little bit of the stuff, man. You know, I thought it's all right.
You come from the South Pole, is it?
Just watch for the sticky. Just watch for the sticky piles. Everything else is good.
God. Hey, thanks, Wendy Bono. Appreciate
Hey.
Yay.
My favorite
Mm.
skydiver.
it. Don't eat the brownies. You'll taste the colors. Anyone got a mirror?
Snozberries taste like snozberries.
Maybe I'm eating the brownies for that very reason, man. I'm
They
kind
did
of
have
just
the
having a
Eskimo.
night, you know.
Maybe they visited the Eskimo village, man, with all the smoke. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
got some stuff for Brownies.
You got to keep warm, man.
Brother.
Oh, Santa Claus, we want a holiday! Shouted the Brownies. We don't feel like working at all. We want a holiday, Santa Claus. Do say that we may. You lazy
ass
little
back in there,
bastards.
you little shit.
Always wanting something. Damn.
Lazy.
Yes, yes, indeed, nodded Santa Claus, laughing again to see his brownie's antics in the snow. You will work all the better for a little fun. Get off, be off, everyone.
Get to work, Nick.
Yeah, that's right.
So they went 3 by 3. Oh, we're doing some menage a trois, okay. And each little group of brownies with a plan of its own. Okay, we're getting fancy up in here. Sharp Eyes, the little errand boy, Mary thought, the very best toy maker of them all, and little Krusty, poor little Krusty.
Little Krusty.
Poor little Krusty.
Who
He keeps
was in
sticking
charge
around.
of the reindeer, ran off to call on a nearby family of seals. Leave them
What?
damn seals alone, boy.
Hmm.
Damn. Ain't do nothing. And didn't stop it. Mischief, Nimbletoes, and Fleetfoot scampered down to a great smooth stretch of snow back of the stable where the 8 tiny reindeer lived. This is going to... We want to run races, Santa Claus, called they, more than anything else in the world. Kindheart, Silvertongue, and Sweet Tooth, chief of the candy cooks, stood for a moment, wondering just where they would go. I'm wondering, is this like a cookhouse, maybe?
We could be. I mean,
Yeah,
there might be a little
okay.
meth there. Just saying.
Okay. We
They all
may take a
energized.
walk, said
Little bubble
Silvertongue
sugar.
for Santa Claus, who stood by their side. Tell us what you got, Santa Claus, for we don't know. Have you ever been to Have you ever been to the town of Bo Peep? Asked Santa Claus. I would go there if I were you. It used to be a gay, merry little town, but you will find it very different now. Stay as long as you like.
What
There may be some work for you to do. You better work.
I'm going to go
Work it
hang out at the
well.
Blue Oyster.
Dun, 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 dun. So the 3 little brownies set off for the town of Bo Peep. It is too far to walk all the way, said Santa Claus. You better borrow my handkerchief for a sail. The fuck?
What
Okay.
are they doing? How do you do
Well,
this?
what what you're going to do with that handkerchief? What do you think Santa's been doing with that handkerchief?
Yeah.
Krusty wasn't probably ain't Krusty for a reason. A gentle breeze was blowing, and as the brownies held up Santa Claus's great white handkerchief with SC broidered in the corner, the wind filled the handkerchief like a sail and took them steadily along. Okay. It was great fun to skim over the ground and surprising to see how quickly they traveled. They soon left the cold and snow behind. Presently, the grass grew green and the sun shone warm, and the 3 little brownies put down the great handkerchief and tripped merrily along the road, hand in hand. I smell the sea, said Sweet Tooth, who, being a cook, had a very sharp nose. Oh, they ran, and at a turn in the road they came upon the sea, wide and blue, sparkling under a summer sky. Far out in the water stood a lighthouse. Below the road stretched the beach, a long curve of firm, white sand. The back of the beach lay the little town of Bo Peep. It was a pretty little town with red roofs and chimney pots, and each little house had its own gay little garden plot.
I thought that it was.
There you go, Kaiser.
Where's Kaiser?
Geyser.
Kaiser.
Yeah, look, guys.
Geyser.
He has run away.
Where did you go, little Kaiser?
I can go on till he gets back. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just do
Okay.
that.
Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
there
The
he
kid is right here.
There he is.
And, wishing
Okay.
me good night. So, I'm just doing that.
Oh,
Oh, you're
well, go
right.
ahead if you
Yeah,
need
you're
to.
cool. Yeah, you're
Take
cool.
your time.
I
Say hi.
can read a little bit.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Ready for Christmas?
Yep.
I can't see you.
Yeah, they can. They can hear you.
We
Yeah.
can hear you.
There's
Yeah,
headphones.
we can hear him.
We have to be good now.
Ah.
Yes,
Yes.
behave.
See?
Yes,
we
we
hear
have
you
to
now.
behave. Hey, kiddo.
Hey.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Ready for Christmas?
Are you getting ready for bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Go to bed.
Okay.
Good
All
night.
asleep.
Good
Sweet
night.
dreams. Sweet
Close the
dreams.
door on your way out. Thank you. Love you, bud.
That
Aw.
sweet little voice.
See,
I
chat,
know.
we can be decent when we want
know.
to.
We
You just have to
can
give
be.
us a
Yeah.
warning.
We are
Yeah.
human beings.
Just let us know ahead of time.
And I'm
Yeah,
highly
that
inappropriate.
was my son. Yeah.
He's so cute.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
He's
Very
an annoying
cute
little
voice.
shit, but I love him.
Oh, they all are.
Aren't they
They
all?
Oh, yeah. I'm an annoying little shit. It's fun. It's totally cool.
You don't outgrow it sometimes.
Some people
Yeah.
never grow past it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like us.
Yep. Anyway,
Yes.
sorry about that, y'all. I just had to take care of.
No worries.
No, it's cool.
No
It's cool,
worries.
man.
No, I love
Annie
that. That's
Hazel.
cool. We all had, yeah.
Yeah, he came in to give Dad hug and kiss goodnight. So
Right.
I had to go ahead and take care of business.
Well, yeah. Of course you did.
Look at that. Oh, little pineapple.
Pineapple.
Nice sweetie.
Yeah.
Iron rabbit.
Night, Iron Rabbit.
We
And
are
of course,
humans.
Buttletown says, okay, back to the debauchery.
Puddletown like a taskmaster. Get back to it.
Say, the Shiza video
When I
only
was all
stays
linked
on
up,
pause
now
for
you're
so long.
Chicken, 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 chicken. All right. Train ahead.
Open the closet.
Open the closet, Klaus. We got to get some stuff to fit inside.
I've seen something with a champagne bottle.
You gotta pack them brownies.
It's okay. We're just going to have a friend over for dinner, if you know what I'm saying.
We fired up the ovens.
It was quite disturbing.
Oh, God.
All right, enough German cannibalism jokes. All right, where am I at? So,
Right at the top.
Tippy top.
all right. Sorry, get myself reading.
Just the tip.
Just to see how it feels.
Easy. Easy. Slide real easy.
Oh,
Never force it. Don't force it.
not too fast.
Take a deep breath. It's
Just-
going to pinch you a little.
Relax. You gotta relax. If you don't
God's sakes, get him some lube. Jeez.
It's so
Breathe.
dry in here.
Why is it all crusty? Oh.
Oh, Crusty Brownie was there.
Just flake a little bit of the outside. It's fine.
Do you want me to bite your ear a little bit or something for you? Does that help? Just
That's how you make the calluses form.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to go full Churchill now.
Let's go.
But the town was quiet, and everyone walked about the streets. And though the tide was low and cool, went by the sand laid bare, not a child was playing on the beach. No, there would be plenty of playing on the beach for later in 1944.
God.
Just give those crowds a ready good seeing to like they did to us at Dunkirk. Anyway, moving on. They have all gone away, said Kindrop. The town seems empty today.
Perhaps they've gone to a picnic.
Suggested Silvertongue.
Or for a sail across the bay.
But Sweet Tooth shook his head. My mother's her home, he said. I can see the smoke rising from the chimneys, and I think I can smell bread baking.
Yeah, man. I can smell that shit.
Bacon
Get it
bread,
on,
man.
I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm breaking the bread. Shut up, you. Get down. Get back under the desk until you do what you're told.
Oh, God. Wow.
Jeez,
I'm sorry, did I
Winston.
say something? Oh, I'm with my microphone on. I'm sorry.
So you're
Anyway.
still on the air.
He was into cigars too. Rest my blue dress.
Golly! Let's go down into town, said Kindheart, and look about. Santa Claus, there might be some work to do. Oh, yeah. Down in the little town, the three little brownies walked quietly along past the neat houses, past the gay flower beds, until they came to a little shop. And here the brownies stood stark on the sandy road. It was a candy shop. At least this
I
big
hit it
sign
once,
over the
I
door
hit
said
it twice.
so. But the blinds were pulled down and the door was shut tight. And there was a card in the window that read,
To the wall!
Till the sweat,
"Till the sweat runs down my..." Never mind. Oh, sorry.
Ski,
No.
ski, ski!
No candy
Ski, motherfucker!
sold here. Your colloquialisms are interrupting my story time.
What?
The brownies looked at one another. Sweet Tooth's face wore a horrified look. He couldn't speak. He managed to peep inside the window shade, but all the window held a dismal roll of empty glass jars. Candy jars.
Must be there's no children in town.
Said Silver Tongue in a low voice, and Kind Heart and Sweet Tooth could only nod their heads in reply. A few steps beyond the candy shop, we came upon another little store. Toy shop was painted in the window, and there were two with blinds down and the door locked fast, and the thick dust covered the doorstep of the window ledge. Kind Heart stood on a tiptoe and read the cards back to the door. No toys sold here. I can't do three voices at once, so I'm just going to have to bear with it. What can be the matter? Whispered the brownies. Who ever heard of a town where no children lived? Down the beach crept the brownies, and the strange signs were sprinkled as thick as blackberries wherever they might look. No paddling on this beach, said a bright blue sign stuck to the sand here and there.
Miss
The brownies
Nocturne is going to be very disappointed because there's no paddling on the
No
beach.
paddling on the beach.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Fix that.
Wait. So, there's a beach, and you're saying you can't paddle on it?
Yes.
No
Yes.
paddling.
Yeah.
No
Wait,
paddling.
the only paddling allowed on this beach is paddling the Germans. Let's just say that.
This sucks. This story sucks now. It's over. It's done. It's what?
She was fine with the no candy. She was fine with the no toys. She can go away
But
with
no
that. But
paddling.
no paddling.
No
You
paddling.
would think
on
with
the
all the
beach
gay
is where she
gardens,
draws
paddling
the
would be
line.
allowed.
And you think so too, right? I mean, because
I mean, if you're going to go to the gay gardens, there's got to be some paddling going on. Shut up, you.
how do you know you've been a bad girl if you've not been paddled?
You can just come over here and sit on old Winston's lap.
Play with my cigar.
You know what? I just realized I don't have the right avatar. All right, no, darn it. I actually deleted that one a while back. Never mind. I actually had Churchill on my...
Anyway. Not much today.
I'm having a day. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Dude, it happens.
Yeah.
And I also just realized I'm talking in my normal voice, and I still have the 1930s walkie-talkie on.
I like the 30s walkie-talkie.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to talk with a radio announcer voice. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and say a little bit of that now.
Character.
Talking about the no paddling on this beach. Film at 11.
I love that character. I just love that show.
Anyway, moving on. The Brownies read this aloud, and tears came to gentle Kindheart's eyes.
I think I did Kindheart as... Yeah, that's what I
Just
thought.
do it.
Nacho.
Sorry.
I've never hit... He's like, I never saw a better beach for paddling. He said, wiping away his tears with the back of his hand.
Listen to this.
Cried Silvertongue, standing before the scarlet sign that repeated all along the shore. No sand building allowed. Read the scarlet sign in great black letters that all could see. Yeah, what about this? Called Sweet Tooth, capering before the green sign over which he had just stubbed his toe. No digging on this beach. You hear that, Fritz?
No digging in this beach.
That's what the sign says, but I can't believe it. I'm going to stray through this town till I see what they've done with the children here. The Brownies did not have far to go to find the children. A stone's throw from the beach stood a schoolhouse, a dingy red brick building, a tall iron fence, and all round about. Under the fence squeezed the Brownies. They wanted to read the great golden sign with the schoolhouse door. The school opened from 9 until 6 o'clock. Sweet Tooth read the sign aloud and would have tumbled to the ground in his surprise if Silvertongue and Kindheart had not caught him by the arm. Gadzooks, that means all day, gasped Sweet Tooth. They have to go to school all day. My goodness.
Wait till college.
Yeah. Through the schoolhouse windows, they could see the heads of the children, little brown and yellow and black hairs, both curly and straight. Indeed, one little red head lay on the windowsill fast asleep.
Yeah! Now we're talking!
That's it.
Always with those redheads, that recessive gene, of course.
And they all wore out.
Yes, so tired. That was a
Yeah,
rough
darling.
night. Yes.
You and I need to have a conversation.
Teacher, I don't know. I just get so tired, teacher.
Well, I can't paddle on the beach, but nobody said anything about the schoolhouse.
Oh, teacher. My goodness.
He's showing wink, wink.
Oh, you can show those knees to old Winston. Yes. We'll give it a rollicking good time. Oh.
It's a Victorian town.
Tied up, no wonder.
Murmured Silvertongue, which was very harsh speech for him. Out of the window floated the voices of the children, roaming sleepily over and over again.
2 times 1 and 2, 2 times 2 is 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6. Oh my God, I'm having a stroke.
The Brownies didn't speak another word that afternoon. They sat down around the corner of the schoolhouse with their backs against the wall and watched the clock in the church tower tick the sunny hours away. At last the clock struck 6. Boom, 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 boom. It's like the Blitz all over again. The schoolhouse door opened out and trooped the children as they started home. The Brownies followed and watched them all as they went. Some of them peeped in the toy shop window and rattled the latch. Some of them stood on tiptoe and knocked the knocker, oh my, on the candy shop door. Some of them ran away with their big brothers and sisters and sat on the beach and made holes in the sand with their fingers and piled it in little heaps. And some of the children even ran down and put their toes in the water, and they did so want a little pleasure and fun. But their big brothers and sisters were frightened.
The king will see you.
Come on, the king will get you. Get out of the water. So the children were taken home, and soon after their supper and candles were lighted in the bedrooms, and the Brownies could see the children in the nightgowns going to bed. As the dusk drew, the Brownies sat flat on the lonely beach with no one but the sandpipers and the seagulls to keep them company. What did it all mean? Who was the king? Watch your tone. And why were the children treated so? Well, speaking of, as Prime Minister, I can tell you all about the king, but we're not going to get done. We'll just continue with the story. The light in the lighthouse across the bay blazed and bowed, and Conrad sprang into his feet. I'm going to wrap this pretty quick.
I'm going to
Wait, Kindheart. Sorry. I'm going to the borrow that little boat, he said, pointing to the white boat pulled up on the beach, and row over to the lighthouse. Perhaps there's someone who can tell us what it's all about.
And we'll pick up at the lighthouse with somebody else.
Cheers.
Where'd Shizzy go?
Well, let's see here. When they reached the lighthouse, two figures ran down to the shore and they helped them from the boat. It was that of the little man in the boat who smelled strongly of peppermint candy.
His van's parked right over there.
You're gonna end up eating a diet of government cheese and living in a van
Down by the river.
Well, he's the candy man, said Sweet Tooth in a flash. So he proved to be. The other little figure was that of a neat little lady who had a half-made doll's dress in her hand. Oh, it's the toy lady, said Silver Tongue and Kind Heart.
The toy
And
lady.
This was so too.
Okay.
She looked just like Miss Nocturna.
Hey,
The candy man and the toy lady both talked at once. Oh, they were so excited and seeing the little brownies, and they were so
It's gonna be
anxious
quite
to
a
tell
party.
their tale.
a nice party.
This is a party. You got the candy man and the toy lady. We're going to town, buddy.
More like the pudding
Brownies?
pop man than the candy man.
It's a candy man, Kanya.
Mustache ride, mustache ride.
One's got the
Well,
sweets, the other's got the batteries.
It's the new king's fault, they said together. He won't have a bit of noise. He doesn't want the children to romp and to be noisy, and that is why they must go to school all day and never play on the beach. That is why he sent us over here to live. He doesn't want the children to eat candy nor play with toys. All the king does from morning till night is think of different things we mustn't do and then make signs to tell us so. Bo Peep Down used to be a gay and merry place to live in.
Hey.
But now we're miserable, just miserable. And the children simply long to have us come back again.
Okay. Hold on. No candy and no toys. Why have the women not revolted?
I'm telling you.
Well, I'm with you on that one right there. Yeah. Yeah.
The brownies and the toy lady and the candy man sat up almost all night talking things over. Of course, matters couldn't go
course
on
they
as they
did.
were. And once they had made up their minds what to do, Well, they fell to work, slaving away, doing the stitch work. For 2 days and nights, they worked as hard as they ever could. The Candyman, and the Sweet Tooth, they made candy, all kinds. We're talking, they were cooking up a storm.
Oh yeah.
They were just digging in. They were just, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Itchy, but it's fine.
The pudding pops will flow like wine.
I'm telling you, this turned into Breaking Bad right here.
Yeah.
They for 2 nights and days, they worked as hard as they ever could. They made candy, all kinds. Silver Tongue, Kind Heart, the toy lady made the toys. Ooh, that's creepy. Oh, they made boats and pails and shovels and all sorts of sand toys and some fish and stars and patty pans and cones.
What's a patty pan?
Well, I don't know, but it sounds like something you'd want to get spanked with.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd want any of these people spanking me. Ew. They sound like they might have a little bit of a tooth
Disturbance.
problem, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, then early one morning when it was darkest, just before the dawn, they filled their little boat with toys and candy. They rowed it over the mainland. Well, the Brownies first helped the toy lady and the candy man to open their little shops and place the toys and the candy inside. Then Silver Tongue and Kind Heart and Sweet Tooth, they stole into the palace and up to the bedroom where the king and his little queen, that sweet little innocent queen, lay sleeping side by side. They were thoughtful little brownies, you must admit. They packed a bag of clothes for the king and queen. They even remembered their golden crowns and put them into. Then they carried the sleeping king and queen down to the little boat. They rowed them over to the lighthouse. And they left their sorry asses there.
Where's the consent in this? That's weird.
There is no consent.
That's
because the next morning when the children went to school, there was a new sign on that there door. It said, "No school today."
No, man.
Someone spied the toy shop. The door was wide open. The window was filled with brand new toys, and a fresh shine was fluttering in the breeze. And it said, "Penny toys sold here."
Come, little children, I'll take thee away.
At first, the children crowded round and stared. Then they sped to the candy shop. That was wide open, too. Every glass jar filled to the brim with the most delicious candy ever seen. The sign, shrieked the children. It was a shiny dew, and it was here. Penny candy sold here. Down to the beach ran the children, screaming as they ran, out of fear for their lives. No, they were so excited they had forgotten the king. The beach was covered with glittering new signs that says, "Please paddle," or "Miss Nocturna on the beach. Good sand for burying her in. Kindly get in that beach." The children scarcely knew what to do at first.
Glitter signs. Hold on, I just had to point that out. There's glittering signs on the beach.
Yes.
And you couldn't paddle before, but now you can.
Yeah.
So this is the good beach. Okay.
This is the good beach. This is the happy beach.
Yay.
Well, the children scarcely know what to do first. They ran to the toy shop, others to the candy man to taste his fine new wares. That's what we're calling them now. How glad were they to see their old friends, the toy lady and the candy man, once more. Some of the children settled down to dig. Some of them filled the building in the sand, while many of them pulled off their shoes and stockings and happily splashed and paddled out in the cool green waves. This is off the coast of Ireland, just in case you're wondering. Everyone took a holiday, fathers and mothers too. And that night, when dusk fell, they were still romping and playing and enjoying themselves on the beach. Suddenly, out blazed the light from the lighthouse, and the figures of the king and the queen stood on the shore. "We like it here," shouted the king, making a great deal of noise for such a quiet man. "We mean to stay. It's quiet here. We never want to live in the town again."
So
And the
weird.
king and the queen waved their hands goodbye. They had reached the lighthouse door when the king turned back. "Our crowns," he shouted. "You may have them. We don't want them anymore," and tossed them one by one into the sea. What a waste of gold. When the crowns came floating in on the beach, the people picked them up and gave them to the toy lady and the candy man. "Please be our king and queen," they said, because Jesus Christ, that's the people you want running your town. Is the guy
Toy
that cooks up the
ladies?
drugs and the lady that makes the toys.
How many people are unhappy with toys? Like, come on now. That is the perfect queen for you. Because I mean, you
Come
plenty
on,
of
queen.
toys.
You go,
Plenty
queen.
happy. Yeah.
You
See?
go, queen.
Yes, girl.
You got a
But the-
bunch of people all day long. I mean, it'll be great. It's fine. No trouble. There's no crime. It'll be good.
Yeah. But you know what happened? Toy lady, Candyman, they shook their heads, emphatically said, nah, I'd rather sell toys than be queen, said the Candyman. I'd
Crazy
rather make
bitch.
candy than be a king, said the toy lady. So since they had no king or no queen, the people locked the front door of the palace. They threw the key away, the crowns they fashioned over the top of the toy shop and the candy shop, because, well, shit, they look pretty good up there. Bo Peep Town became overnight what it had always been before, a gay and lively and pleasant place to live.
Hey.
Silver Tongue, Kind Heart, Sweet Tooth, well, they went home happy, but not any more happy than Santa Claus when he heard what they had done. He said,
These are just some strange stories, but I like it.
It is fun.
yes.
Yeah.
Buttons and boots.
Butts and boots.
Pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Yeah. It's so funny. We think similarly when it comes to like the songs and stuff, so I don't feel so bad.
Oh, you said you need some music. Here, I'll give you some music. How's that?
Wrong music. Dear Bubbles.
Buttons and boots.
Well,
This is buttons and boots. It's not Bubbles.
Oh, that's true. That's
You
true.
get,
Well,
you get to
buttons
read
and boots.
Storm.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dear
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
Come on, read.
Well, buttons and boots. It was the middle of the night. All the Brownies and Santa Claus, too, were fast asleep in their beds in the snow palace at the very top of the North Pole.
Oh, that pole.
It was a cold, frosty night.
Oh, it's getting all nipply up in here.
Sang the west wind round the chimneys in such a chilly voice with a tinkle of ice on its face.
Wink,
At the-
wink.
As the Brownies snuggled down under their covers and pulled their bed quilts. Jesus, I can't read this. Up
bell
around their ears. All the Brownies were fast asleep, I said, but as the great clock in the hall downstairs slowly boomed at the hour of 12, Brownie Fleetfoot opened his bright black eyes.
How cold is it?
Shivered Brownie Fleetfoot, trying to roll himself into a ball.
It wasn't so cold when I went to bed. I wonder what the moon is laughing at up there in the sky. He likes to see my ass freeze, I guess. Son of a bitch!
For a great silver moon with a broad smile on its face was looking straight in the window at Fleetfoot.
Oh, he's a peeping Tom.
He is the peeping Tom. Sometimes those are the best. And it did
Except
seem
when
as
you're-
if he were laughing at some joke of his own. I guess he is a peeping Tom.
I'm gonna shut my eyes and count to 10. And then I will look at the moon again to see if it's still laughing at me.
Dude,
And
what kind
maybe
of
pull
drugs
out
you
my
on?
shorts.
He shut his black eyes with a snap and a circle. Slowly, he counted up to 10, but when he opened his eyes again, he forgot the moon entirely. For beside his bed stood a little figure dressed in snowy white. He wore a glittering cap trimmed with a frosty plume, and over his shoulder, like a soldier's musket, he carried a paintbrush, long and slim.
Sure, that's what it was.
Mm.
It was so a paintbrush, yeah.
No pencil dick.
Hard.
Jack Frost!
exclaimed Fleetfoot, sitting up in surprise.
Jack Frost, what are you doing here? No wonder it's so damn cold. Stay beside my bed. Is that why the moon laughing at me? I suppose. He saw you the whole damn time.
Yeah, he did. Nodded Jack Frost, unbuttoning his snowy white coat slowly.
Wow.
Man, it's so
Get right
warm
to
in
it.
here. Damn, it's warm. He watched me slip out through the crack in the window. Made him laugh, too, because I've been tickling you with an icicle trying to wake your
Ooh.
ass up. Put on your clothes, bitch. Come on with
back
me. I got a piece of work for you to do. Starting to get excited.
It must be his bottom bitch, I guess.
Jack Frost and Santa Claus and the Brownies were old friends. They spent many nights together in Fire Island. Jack Frost was always glad to do Santa a good turn. Told you. Such as making Christmas Day bright and cold with plenty of snow and ice for boys and girls with new snowshoes, sleds, and skates. On the other hand, as everyone knows, all brownies, and of course Santa Claus's brownies, they're never happy, little bitches, as when they're being helpful and kind. These brownies at the North Pole were quite used to being called upon day or night to do some kind or thoughtful act. They can't get the right batteries for this damn thing. I know that.
Life's what it.
Fleetfoot was not surprised, therefore, when he heard that Jack Frost had a piece of work for him to do. Goodness. He dressed in a twinkling. I think that's just called a twink. It took him a moment. It took him only a moment to slip into his neat little suit, drawn on his pointed brownie shoes, and pull his scarlet brownie cap well down over his ears.
I'm ready.
He whispered, creeping over to the door. But Jack Frost laid a chilly little hand on his arm. Bring that bell with you. You'll need to use that tonight. Because, I mean, there be all kinds of people out, and we need a lookout. You know what I'm saying?
A bear?
Whispered back Fleetfoot.
What kind of bear? A day bear? Bicycle bear?
No, bitch. It's a car bell. You think we going up to ride this on foot? Shit, what the hell's wrong with you? Can't be slinging no hash on foot. Damn. For Brownie Mischief had flung out his arms and tossed his quilt off the floor, and Sharp Eyes had turned over with a long, long sigh. Nosy bitch. Fleetfoot crept on tiptoe into the workroom and without a sound untied a silver bell from the neck of a drowsy white fur cat.
Meow.
Need to trim that pussy. Then he and Jack Frost stole downstairs and out of the house without ever being seen by a single person except for the friendly moon, who not only smiled as he watched them, but followed them on their journey along the way. Yo, man, now that we out of sight, we can talk, said Jack Frost as hand in hand they sped over the snow. Tell you why I came to you tonight. Brownie Fleetfoot nodded his red-capped head. This was just what he wanted to know, of course. All right, in the first place, Butt was out here doing some crack, and he done lost his boots. Okay? Here he paused for a moment to shift his paintbrush from one shoulder to the other, but Fleetfoot was too wise to interrupt by a question. He knew what a sharp little fellow Jack Frost could be if he wanted. All right. Now, what I mean by Buttons was a little boy, all right? It was his baby cousin's sister's little nephew. Went on Jack Frost, taking a tight hold on Fleetfoot's hand. he got a new winter coat. It's like trimmed in brass buttons, and 2, his eyes are so round as buttons, and so are his nose and mouth. All this may be why he's called Buttons. It was better than calling him Pookie. I can't say Boots is his cat. And it's easy to tell where he gets his name because he had like white fur boots on each of his foot. And we didn't want to call him Crackhead. Brownie Fleetfoot didn't answer. For at that moment, he tumbled headlong onto a drift of snow. Nothing like a big old drift of snow to get the night going. He lay there kicking until Jack Frost pulled him out and gently shook him to brush him off. Keep your eyes open, fool! Said Jack Frost, tweaking the end of Fleetfoot's nose. Now come along. I was in Button's front yard tonight. Don't ask why. I was painting his maple tree yellow and red or something like that. And it's a very pretty tree. It's gonna be. The night was as quiet could be. Not a sound. Hell, I don't even know where it starts and it stops. When all of a sudden, out the door, like a flash, came Boots and shot off round the house just as fast as he could go, like he was being chased by the popo. He didn't stop for nothing. I could hear the bell on his neck tinkling all the way to the top of Butternut Hill. You know that hill. That's where all the crack is sold. That's the high hill just the back of Button's house. Look out for that ice, though. You don't want to tumble down and bust your head. The little brownie laughed and shook his head.
It wouldn't hurt me if I did,
said saucy Fleetfoot, but under his breath so that Jack couldn't hear him. In no time at all, out the house, Buttons himself in his night clothes and no didn't he put no damn shoes on like like he was smelling barbecue and ain't nobody got time for that and stuff. And it give him enough to give him the death of cold, and he was starting to hunt for little Bootsy.
Well, did he bring his weapon?
Did he bring his what?
His weapon.
His weapon.
I mean, if you're hunting, you don't want to go out without
your
farm.
Your mic.
Your mic's breaking up, Shiz.
Your mic is weird, man.
So's yours.
Like
Yours,
alien.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yours too.
Oh, shite.
I'm gonna leave the studio and be right back.
All right.
Looky ducky.
You'll see. You're gonna lose the book, so give me a second.
Oh, go ahead. It's fine.
Okay, so I think we'll talk about now. Yeah.
So, like, what we got going on here is like, little Bootsy be running around because Buttons. We can't call him Leroy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That fixed you.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it did.
Share screen. Bring
Let's
this
put
thing
the
back
head
up.
of you on again. Yes.
All right.
Very
I'm
good.
on a
Very
German
good.
kick tonight.
All right. It's lucky his mama didn't see him because she would tear up that backside.
Damn kids.
You know how particular mamas are about putting on their coats and sweater and rubbers and all. You got to make sure wear your damn rubber when you go out, okay?
Health announcement, wear your damn rubbers. If you don't want no damn kids, wear your rubbers.
Wear your
damn rubbers.
Talk about all this shit. You know you can prevent pregnancy. I'm just
and
saying.
STDs. We don't want no damn leaky penis shit. Come on now.
Steven's just like, what the hell have I come back into?
I say, my post nasal drip is becoming from my post less than my nasal.
See if your
Look,
mic's any
it's
better.
uncensored. You don't know what
Is
you're
it
coming
better?
into.
Much
Yes,
better.
yours.
Okay, that was
Yar.
weird.
I know.
That Shizzy and I had to
Well,
leave
because
at the same time.
I'm used to it from Shizzy, but then I started hearing it from you too, and I was like,
Yeah, we were all kind of like, wait, what?
okay. Which one is it?
It's
You were
because we're
so hot.
secretly messaging each other back and
That's
forth.
what it is.
No, it's because whatever virus
So
is in
hot.
Shizzy's crap evidently came over here.
Oh crap! I've got his virus now too.
Yep.
I'm spreading that disease around.
And look, my camera's twitchy too.
That's right, girl.
Damn it.
No, it's
Uh-oh.
twitchy.
All right, Yamaha, take over.
Where are you?
Where it says yes, I know.
Ah. Yeah.
There.
Yes, I know, answered Jack Frost shortly. Perhaps he thought it was partly his fault that mothers behaved so. At any rate, he didn't seem pleased.
Don't interrupt, Fleetfoot. Of course, Buttons had heard the bell on the butternut hill, so where does he go to look for the boots around the barn? He thought Boots was after the mice, I suppose. Well, I did my best to make Buttons go up Butternut Hill. I whispered in his ear, and he couldn't understand a word I said. He thought I was the wind blowing. Hiss, hiss. Think of that. When I rubbed the icicle over his nose, well, I told him it was an icicle, but it wasn't, and gave his cheeks and his toes a pinch. But that didn't help either. He kept walking around and around the barn. Boots! Boots! And sang ouch every time I poked him in the sphincter. He stepped on a sharp jump.
It was so it was building a comfortable crescendo.
With his bare feet. Poor Buttons, wait a minute, who's this? I don't know. Poor Buttons, murmured Fleetfoot, looking down at his own pointed brown shoes, who were helping him speed so swiftly over the ground. Poor Buttons! He must have hurt his toes.
Sure, we'll go with that.
What is it? Okay, whatever. I don't know. No idea who's who. Yes, he did, answered Jack Frost, a trifle sharply. But I couldn't help that. You know, now I'm so busy this autumn weather that I couldn't spend any more time on him. So I hurried up Butternut Hill, where at the top, huddled in a tree, sat Boots. The foolish fellow had dreamed that a dog was chasing him. I heard him say so, talking to himself. There he sat, and wouldn't come down, dream or no dream. He was afraid that the dog was at the foot of the hill, but I told him, no, it was just Jack Frost trying to poke you again. I pinched him, and I nippled him on the ears and the nose and the toes, and still he wouldn't move for me. I like it when they lie still like that. I find the cats never are friendly with me, said Jack Frost thoughtfully.
You gotta know how to pet it.
Trifly sadly, too. They're too fond of the fire and the comfort to like me very well.
Perhaps,
answered Fleetfoot, trying to be both honest and kind.
But you mustn't mind that, you know. Think of how fond you are of reindeer. Grabbing those horns.
Yeah!
Oh, how fluffy and warm they are. But what it is you want me to do, Jack Frost? You said you had brought me down here to help.
We must send Buttons back to bed as soon as we can. Hush, we mustn't tell anyone else. Was Jack Frost's answer. I am a little worried about him. He might tell on me. He will catch a cold. I am afraid. Out in this night... Wait a minute, where am I? Out in his night clothes this frosty night. And this is how I want to help. I thought you could play your boots. Oh, okay. That's a new game.
Role play.
Fleetfoot. You brownies can do anything, I know. You could ring your bell and run on ahead and lead Buttons straight up to Butternut Hill to where the real Boots sits in a tree. I choose you, Fleetfoot, because you could run so lightly and so fast. Once Buttons has found Boots, he will carry him home to bed. And there isn't anything else that he can do. Because he will be tied up and ball gagged so that he cannot tell the secrets of what we did to him in the tree. And that will be the end of it, I hope. Just think of my being so busy tonight and having to stop for a boy and a cat. Here, Jack Frost shook his paintbrush so impatiently.
Damn it, I'm trying to.
That Fleetfoot skipped along
Paint went
his side faster than ever before. Let me show you my wand. Wait a minute. Who's it? Oh, this is Jack Frost. Don't I hear Buttons calling? Asked Fleetfoot presently as they stopped a moment for breath. I hear someone calling, Boots, it must be Hermione. Yes, that is Hermione's voice, answered Jack Frost. No, it's the other one. I hear him too. Now I will keep out of the way, for I don't want to be a witness, for I'm afraid of giving Buttons a chill, and you lead him up the hill to Boots as fast as you can go. All this seemed great fun to Fleetfoot. He watched the little figure in white creeping around and around the barn, calling, Boots, come on, Boots. Then he pulled from his pocket the silver bell he had taken from the neck of the drowsy white fur cat. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Well, all I can say is don't eat the yellow snow. Fleetfoot crouched close to the ground and rang the bell at Buttons' feet. Boots, called Buttons. Wait a minute, who the fuck is this? Wait a minute, what am I doing?
You're a little boy now. You're a little boy.
Well, whatever. Boots, called Buttons with a little jump. Oh, this is so crazy.
Oh, wow.
Where is you? I hear your bell, boy. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Call the bell.
Well,
He's
isn't
dead.
that special?
He died.
Could that be the bell? Sing.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh god.
Well, isn't that special?
Steve, I think you're gonna have to take over.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't do this anymore.
Oh god.
I love my Sunday nights.
Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Yes.
Called the bell a little farther away. And as Buttons started towards it, Fleetwood cried, meow, in such a natural way that it is no wonder Buttons felt sure it was the voice of missing Boots. Round the barn and round the house they went, the bell calling, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. And Buttons
I'll never go to the bathroom the same way again.
and Buttons following close behind. Up Butternut Hill they climbed, Buttons quite forgetting his tender toes in his eagerness to catch his little friend. Up and
up they went. And every time that Fleetwood cried, meow, Buttons would run faster than before.
I know I would.
At last, the top of the hill was reached, and Fleetwood and Buttons both spied Boots, sitting on the branch of a tree, his eyes gleaming in the darkness like green lamps, and every hair standing straight out with excitement and fright. Oh, Boots, Boots, cried Buttons, standing
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I love it. You go, girl.
God.
standing at the foot of the tree and stretching up his arms. Come down. Oh, come down. We're all alone. There's no one here but me.
Run, bitch, run for your life, gets
Oh, I just gotta say, it's getting a little steamy there now, don't you know?
You put the crisp back in my tater tots, don't you know?
Fleetwood wanted to laugh as
I
he
say, my ham and cheese a little bit hot, you know.
Oh, he peeped from behind the roots of the tree. All alone were they, not to mention himself. Over the top of a bayberry bush, Fleetwood could see the white plume of Jack Frost's cap. They were both watching closely. He had followed them all the way up the hill. Indeed, Boots and Buttons were not alone. But neither Jack Frost nor Fleetwood stirred or made a sign. They both wanted Boots and Buttons to run home at once.
Oh, okay.
Turned
They
into a
felt at
voyeur
the
story.
same time. I
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
Slowly down the trunk of the tree crept Boots. Tenderly, he was gathered into Buttons' arms. Down the hill started Buttons on his way towards home.
Damn,
Close behind them came Fleetwood, watching Buttons every step. Oh, dear me. Those are sexy bare toes, he thought to himself. Oh, how I wish he was safe at home. Every time Buttons stepped on a stone and cried, ouch.
Ooh.
Oh, Fleetwood winced.
God
You
damn it.
couldn't even do it. You couldn't even do it. You couldn't even do it.
As if his own tiny toes had been hurt. Brownies are the kindest little people in the world, and their hearts are very, very tender, you must know.
So tender.
Behind them, lurking in the shadows, marched Jack Frost, carrying his paintbrush in his hand like a banner, and stopping now and then to paint a scarlet spray on a bush.
You know that one.
You're gonna need some antibiotics for that. That's not a good thing.
It's a trip to the hospital.
Your spray is crimson. You got problems.
There's something
Well, we
going
know
on
what
here,
be going
guys.
on up in there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Or to
Jack
trace
Frost be getting freaky.
white leaves of a late wayside flower. Jack Frost felt so happy. He had been so troubled about Buttons wandering out in his night clothes on this frosty night. But now, with the help of Fleetfoot, he had started Buttons towards home. In 5 minutes, if Buttons kept straight on, the little boy would be tucked snugly in his own warm bed. But Buttons didn't keep straight on. Oh no! Suddenly, to everyone's surprise, he sat down on the side of the road. Ouch! Ouch! Cried Buttons, rocking to and fro. I have hurt my toe again. Ouch! Ouch! Oh! Oh! I can't.
Oh,
How the hell do you think I feel? I live with you.
Everybody make your O face.
Oh, I can't walk another step. Let us stay here, Boots, and go to
That's the
sleep.
sexiest pain I ever heard.
I am so tired. We can go home in the morning. And burying his face in Boots' fur, poor, tired Buttons, he fell fast asleep.
Bury your face in that fur, boy.
Buried his face in
Ain't the first time she said that.
Oh hell, we getting false evidence up in here.
Oh my god.
Oh, this won't do. This won't do. Scolded Jack Frost, hurrying up and shaking his paintbrush as if he would sweep Boots and Buttons down the road. Oh, this'll never do. Come, Fleetwood, come. We must get home at once.
Come.
Yeah?
Come. Yeah.
Yes, yes, answered Fleetwood soothingly.
Yes.
Sitting
Yes.
down
Yeah.
behind Buttons.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
quickly pulling off his own pointed brownie shoes. Oh, see, Jack Frost, I'll put my own brownie shoes on Button's feet, just like this. Now I will pull Boots down on the ground and climb on his back. Like so.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Don't climb on his back.
Run
Bareback.
cowboy. Run
Whoa,
cowboy.
Boots, whoa.
I was
Now,
just trying to keep my face warm at first. Wow, now it's starting to get weird.
Oh, it's starting to get weird.
Why is it all wet in here?
Uh-huh.
Why is it wet
It's
in
been
here?
weird since minute one. Come on.
It's pretty weird, and I
Oh,
love
dear
it.
now, Jack Frost, take your icicle and poke Buttons until he wakes.
Train.
Wake up, Buttons. Wake up. Open your eyes. Oh, good. Now, let's run.
That was a
And sure enough, off they started. Boots ran like the wind, his bell all a tinkle, his ears pointing.
I've got to find my little desk, like the service bell that just like ding that occasionally.
Liar!
His ears pointed skyward, and his tail and his whiskers standing out straight. On his back rode Fleetfoot, holding on by the cat's collar, and ringing his own bell wildly as he rode. Behind them sped Buttons, the brownie shoes carrying him over the ground faster than he had ever run before. Close at his side came Jack Frost, poking him with his icicle now and then, though
so hard.
there wasn't even the slightest need for his poking anymore.
We need the
There it is.
Found it.
Awesome.
It was the funniest race the silver moon had ever looked down upon.
Not as funny as this story.
No wonder he laughed until the stars had all crowded round to see too. A bunch of voyeurs. Home at last,
Well, yeah.
Jack Frost gave a great sigh of relief as Buttons vanished into the house and up the stairs to bed. Boots, like a shadow, ran at his heels. Oh, just a
You there? You cut out.
Oh, hell no.
I'm having mic
I-
issues too.
I was
I
into
think it's a
that.
good time
Come on
for
now.
Miss Nocturna to
I was
step
gonna
in.
say we're
There
all
you
having
go.
issues here of the
Yeah, my mic's
you know,
having issues
skip-
too.
just-
I'm
Fine.
fine.
My mic
Everything's
is just having
fine.
so
How
many
are you?
issues.
There you are.
Oh, there we go. Miss Nocturna, you're up.
So where did you stop?
I don't know. Somewhere. Home at
Right
last.
there.
Okay.
It was I think it's
Just a
a moment.
I don't know
Just
if
a
I can
moment.
follow that up,
I just need
a
a moment.
moment.
That's all.
Well, I was
Because-
getting into that. I don't know if I can follow that up. All right. Let me catch. Hold on. Y'all got to cool off here for a second, folks. All right.
I'm a little hot and bothered. I gotta
yeah.
calm down a little bit now. It's just gotta.
What the damn?
Oh yeah.
What the damn fan in here?
I mean, damn it, man. All right. Let's get situated here. Just a moment, said Jack Frost, as he and Fleetfoot stared up at the dark and silent house, until I see they are really safe. Like a flash, Jack Frost disappeared, and when he came back as suddenly as he is gone, his face was all a smile.
Oh, I bet it was.
Uh-huh.
That damn icicle is
Kept
again.
poking with the icicle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fast asleep already, said he. They were both tired out. Now, Fleetfoot, you must go home. You'd better ride back on the wind, I think. You have run enough for one night. Tell Santa Claus you were a great help. I never could have got those two home if it hadn't been for you. Goodbye. I must go back to work. This maple tree isn't half finished. Look at the green leaves I must paint tonight. Jack Frost, with a flourish of his paintbrush, disappeared among the maple boughs as Fleetfoot climbed on the shoulder of the friendly west wind. All right.
Hey.
Hey, West Wind. I'm
Let's
right
fish
here.
ride. They were halfway home, sweeping along through the air, when Fleetfoot suddenly cried out. My shoes, cried Fleetfoot, my shoes. I have left them on Button's feet. What will Buttons think in the morning when he sees my brownie shoes? Excuse me a second. The west wind did not answer. Perhaps he didn't know what to say. As for the moon, he was still smiling. He made Fleetfoot smile too. That is the best thing to do, said Fleetfoot. Laugh about it. Probably that is what Buttons will do tomorrow morning when he sees my funny shoes. And Fleetwood was right. That is just what Buttons did.
Laughed about it. Look at these funny little shoes.
Oh, it was so funny. And
Oh my.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
Oh my.
oh, look at these kinky little shoes. Oh, naughty, naughty.
Why is my butt so sore?
What happened last night?
And cold. My butt is cold and sore. I don't
And
understand.
just as soon as it came, it melted away.
There's a strange little spot on my sheets this morning. I just don't know where they came from.
Why are there
Must have had
two
the
wet
night
spots?
sweats. Night sweats. Oh my God. We're at 2 hours. Do you want to continue on for a little bit, or do you
I think
want
we're
to
good.
end? Kaiser,
Yeah,
it'll
I'm
be up to
good.
you.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Here we go. All right. Oh, let me begin my screen again.
It's up to you. We're at 2 hours, so if you want to do a short one.
Yeah, we can do a little bit of still short, little short read there.
And we'll leave the people wanting at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always leave a wanting more.
Just a little more.
Oh, we're
More.
Just a little more.
saw the title.
Oh, we're gonna have you wanting more like Mom's casserole in there.
You sure you want to do this one, Kaiser? Just read the first lines to yourself.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Do you really want to read this one?
I think if I'm going to read that one, it's going to need the perfect
Oh
accent.
dear.
Go God.
Oh dear.
Oh, cancel me now.
Do it.
Here, we'll just go to the next one. We'll just
Yeah,
go to the next one.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that is going to be
That's
terrible.
a long story. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think you.
They're
fit
all
the
long.
rhythm.
Him getting on here saying these are short
these are
stories.
short
That one-
stories.
I was gonna say for short stories, this is like
These are sure
It's the
long.
picture pages.
That one's not too bad. If you,
I like how he judges time, though.
hey, we're having a good time, guys.
yeah, you know, I mean, it is 2 hours, so I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, how about this? How about this? We give a shout out to where people can find you there, Kaiser. Give them some love.
Okay, so yeah, Kaiser Pineapple. You can find me over at my YouTube channel, Derek Kaiser Pineapple, and also on the X there with expect to just spell Kaiser with a Z because some other asshole in Japan has already stolen that from me. So thanks for that there. Anyhow, so that's kind of where I'm at there. I've been trying to do some more videos with all the entertainment news you need to know up in here. But also I just started doing some game streams, but unfortunately, my apparatus there broke, so I'm gonna have to get that fixed, and hopefully it gets fixed soon.
It's called
I don't know if that's better.
It's called Viagra.
Do you need some
shut
help with
the
your
hell up.
apparatus there, Kaiser?
Look, there's no way I could talk about. There's no way I could say anything. I mean, look, I can't even help it because the stupid company. I can't even mention the name of the company who makes it because somebody's going to make a pun about it.
Yeah.
I just.
Of course.
I mean,
Where do you think you are?
you know us. It is what it is, right?
Look, there's just there's a point where you just don't even mention anything anymore. You just don't talk about it.
Mike can only take so much.
That's exactly right. Can only handle so much.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Just tip.
Oh boy.
Anyway, get me out of here.
Well, and of course we have I mean, I have a story which has his own channel.
Yeah.
I have a story.
Yeah. So we'll be doing probably the 21st, sometime in the evening. We'll be doing a live Christmas story read. A couple of different stories, and we'll just do a couple of different things, and kind of a thank you to everybody for we shot way past the 1,000 subscriber mark.
Yeah, you did.
Pretty damn quick. So yeah,
Good
so
for
it'll
you.
that'll be part of the reason for it. But yeah, we'll just kick back, relax, and read some Christmas stories. So yeah.
Oh yeah. And Volstorm, Claus, and Dictionary Diva Claus.
Oh dear.
Mrs.
Go ahead.
Claus.
Go ahead.
What? No, I'm busy
ahead.
doing something
Go
else. You
ahead.
talk. You talk.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I'm busy.
I'm not the one that has an upcoming event. So
Oh shoot, I do have an upcoming event.
Uh-huh.
So I had to move the Deck the Balls stream because I realized that Sunday had something else going. So Deck the Balls is now on Saturday afternoon. I think I've got it scheduled for 2. I don't know. We might schedule it a little earlier. We'll see. But that is coming up. And I've had a hankering to start sewing. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it, but I want to make a toque, like a big, long elf Santa hat toque kind of thing.
Oh, like something like this, but longer.
Yeah, but really, really
So-
long.
Like it wraps around and you make
Yeah.
it use as a scarf. And I
Yeah.
know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, a
It was
scarf.
called a
Yeah, that's
toque.
what I use.
Yeah,
it
a
for.
scarf. That's what I want to do. So I don't know. I don't know if I can arrange my.
I will
equipment to do
happily
Gotta stay warm.
I will happily commission you to sew that hat in, like that long toque that you're talking about, into a baseball cap.
that. I don't know if I could. I maybe I could do that because I'm wanting to put white fur around it and then
Boots with the fur.
with the fur. Yeah. So I don't know. I've got all the stuff.
Well-
I just don't know if I'd be able to set up my camera equipment to be able to show me sewing. I might could. Maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
So,
Miss
Volstorm, what have you got going on?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what have I got going on? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Apparently
Let's
he's
see.
got a new hat coming.
Yeah, dude.
Enough for
Johnny
that.
hat.
When you like walking around naked, but it's just a little too cold.
That's right. Well, I mean, you guys know me. I'm, usually hanging around Shizzy's channel, especially of a morning. We've gotten into the dramatic readings of court cases, myself, and I have a Stories evil twin brother Yamaha and Shizzy, and we get together. And of course, there's Friday Night Live, and closer we get to Christmas, the crazier it's gonna get, folks. So,
Oh, yeah.
tune in.
Definitely. Miss Nocturna, anything?
I think that I should have something coming up on the channel here in the next week or so.
Sweet.
I'm kind of new at this, guys. Kind of working on some things, so be patient with me. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I'm testing some stuff out, and getting used to it. So hopefully, but it should be. I'm hoping probably by the end of the week.
That'll be good.
Well,
Look, it's a
keep
gay
our eye out
reindeer.
for it.
Oh, look at that
Yay!
reindeer. It is sparkly.
Exciting. Yeah.
Oh, it is so
So
awesome.
blinky.
Thank you, everybody, for coming by tonight.
Yeah,
And
thank you, everybody.
make sure that
Thank
you
you.
check out that guy that I've pinned up there in the very top of the chat. Give him a shout out, give him a holler, let him know that Shizzy sent you, and give him a hard time because he will give you just as a hard time as I do.
What?
See. Now make sure you give